know about Sable International?
Let me see. They're an international security firm, usually hired by governments to end revolutions. Or start them.
The last thing we need is a city full of trigger-happy mercenaries.
Whoa, social media's blowing up. They're setting up checkpoints around the city, doing random stop and frisks. This is crazy.
No, this is Norman Osborn feeling threatened.
Sable units requesting status update for Little Tokyo. Taking heavy fire from demons at Checkpoint Delta.
That's not good for anybody. Hey, can we solve this peacefully if I brought you cupcakes? Aw, you can't fool me, Mr. Gruff Exterior. I know you love me. Another camera. Looks like Black Cat, all right.
Oh, poor Spider. I know I disappointed you when I couldn't go straight, but why mess with perfection?
I think they sell rare wine here. She's branching out. Gotta try and get ahead of her.
This is Sable Control. What's the situation in Koreatown? Demons are attacking Outpost Romeo. Send backup.
It's not like Sable International's on my friends list, but the demons are way worse.
Make every shot count!
Okay, the people in the top floor apartments are really annoyed with you right now. I know I did your job for you, but no need to pay me. Action is my reward.
Hey, Pete. So this station monitors water pressure down to the individual building. Structures above 4 stories use water towers to augment the city's system. The idea is to identify problems before they spread, you know?
Whoa. The pressure in this building's all over the map. I need to find out why. The water towers connect to the city's system at the 4-story mark. I'll scan the pipes, try to see where this starts. Pipes are fine up here. Whatever's causing this, it's lower. Here's the problem. Valve's at the wrong setting. Easy enough to fix. That shouldn't have happened. I better seal these fast before Jameson pins it on me. Just call me the amazing spider plumber. Voila! All fixed. Got it. Just in time. Nailed it. Got it. Last one, but those won't hold long. Pressure shouldn't be that high, unless the drainage is blocked. I'll check the outlet pipe. The outlet pipe's down by the waterfront. I'll go see if anything's blocking it. Yep, that'll do it. Now I ask, how many other heroes fight crime and fix your shower? So now Oscorp can't deny Harry's station stopped a public utility meltdown.
Hey, we don't need you here right now, right?
All units, we're receiving reports of an armored car robbery. Nearest units converge on...
Missed another call from Doc.
Peter, I wanted to make sure you're still available. I can't pay...
Nap time. Can't have the ones inside feeling left out. Going down. MJ, I'm at the first location on your list, and guess what I found?
Demons?
Give the lady a prize. See if you can figure out what they're up to while I introduce myself. Sleep it off. You literally didn't see that coming.
拦阻纳我们的人。
我们的守卫有漏洞，看到树王，谁在那？不是鬼，好像有人进来。他一定就在附近。有人把他打晕了。看到他就喊。我们继续。我们去那蜘蛛侠上让人的小队。蜘蛛侠。挡住了！他怎么飙到了？
Game, because those last guys, yawn!
Peter, that location is supposedly an importer of souvenirs for Chinatown shops.
What they're importing is not something I want as a memento.
Drugs?
Demons. Looks like they bring in their buddies in shipping containers. Explains how foreign nationals with criminal records are getting into the country. You guys look mad. I admit, I used all my good quips on the others, but I don't mind repeating myself. Doing its fourth encore and you just kind of want to go home. I got plenty of webbing for all of you. MJ, call the police. All the demons are incapacitated.
Don't forget to bring me a souvenir.
These cameras aren't cheap. If Felicia's really strapped, why is she leaving them lying around?
I love making you chase me, Spider. Someday I might even let you catch me. Just not today.
Black Cat does enjoy playing games with people. Especially me. Okay, need to listen to Doc's message.
Peter, I wanted to make sure you're still available. I can't pay you yet, but I've pulled enough strings to keep the wolves from the door a bit longer. If we can get up and running, I know this new version of the project will attract investment. Massive investment. Stay ready.
Fingers triple crossed, Doc. Sable guys might be able to handle this, but I can't take the chance.
Alert for explosives. These guys bombed City Hall. Shungi man! 打到他们！打到他们！不看的体质！找到蜘蛛侠，讨厌物理。
You probably feel ganged up on right now. Maybe try not bombing the city.
Out of our way,
Demons are getting bold. You're welcome. Pigeon target acquired. No, there it goes.
Agent stationed in Little Italy. Need a status update. Traffic control point Charlie taking fire.
Hey, can we solve this peacefully if I brought you cupcakes? Aw, you can't fool me, Mr. Gruff Exterior. I know you love me, and I love you back. Demons and Sable. Not sure which is worse. Demons have a bomb rigged in one of those cars. Need to stop them. Ooh, Cops and Roberts. Can I play too? Curbside service. Damn bomb in the truck. Gotta get it out of here. Reinforcements. Do you demons put on the masks when you get here? Or do you ride around like that? These demons must have crazy insurance premiums.
This is Sable Control. What's the situation inside Village? Outpost X-Ray under attack. It's the demons.
Peter.
So if you're running this place while Mr. Lee's out of town, who's doing your old job?
Me. But I could always use more help. You know anyone?
Actually, I do. His name is Miles Morales.
Why does that sound familiar?
His father was being honored at City Hall.
Oh.
I talked to him at the funeral. He's a smart kid. He's just having a tough time.
I knew a boy like that once.
I remember it helped to, stay busy. Might help him, too. Here's his mom's number.
Thanks. I'll give her a call.
Hey, you haven't heard from Mr. Lee, have you?
No, why?
I'm just curious. I've got a few minutes before work. I'm gonna look around, see if there's anything else I can do to help you out.
Oh, you don't have to.
I know. I want to. I should check out Lee's office. Need help with those veggies?
I learned a long time ago you're more help staying out of the kitchen than in it.
Pete, May said you were at the bombing.
Hanging in there. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Hey, I heard you were at City Hall for the bombing. You okay?
This office is locked. How do I get in there? Quietly.
I don't feel safe anymore.
Huh. Never seen that room before. Whoa, what the... High voltage lines. What needs this much power?
I understand, but the account number is in Mr. Lee's office, which is inaccessible. I will call you back as soon as I can get that information. No, I don't know when that will be. What would Ben do?
That room I saw from the crawl space. It should be right on the other side of the shrine. This is the ghost story Lee's father read to him. About a demon that could only be mastered through balance. Lee did so much for New York. I can't believe he was hiding such darkness inside him. Lee's journal. Bet this fits the lock in the portrait. Lee said... Huh. The shrine in the photo is missing the picture. Looks like this note is for May. Lee's parents. Looks like there's a key. Some kind of puzzle lock. That seems right. Oh, I see. Yes! Whoa. What are you hiding, Lee? Lee sure is obsessed with masks. Is it a Jungian thing? Like, he needed to pretend to be someone else to let his darkest... He's giving his powers to the others. How does Lee imbue these with his power? Bioelectric induction? Compressed phase shift? This is all about Norman Osborn. His whole career. Lee must have been obsessed with him. This article is decades old. Must be back when Oscorp was first founded.
Can feel my power growing.
Creepy.
Can feel my power growing. Feeding off my anger. Father would say I've lost the path of balance, that he could never understand. The only way to fight a monster is to become one.
Whoa. This is the folder MJ found at the auction house. This might help us figure out what Lee's planning next. Phew. It's a burn room. Wired to destroy evidence. One more. The police had found this. Or may. Don't want to think of what could have happened. Now, how do I get out of here?
Hello, Peter.
Mr. Lee. I thought you were out of town.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Martin, you're back.
Get that.
Thank you.
And heading off again shortly, I'm afraid. Just needed a few things from my office.
You must have heard about City Hall.
Yes. Tragic.
Peter was there. He was very lucky.
And an Osborn rally. I didn't know you were a fan. Well, what matters is you are both safe.
Amen.
But the bombers are still out there. Who knows what they've planned next?
I don't think you or May have anything to worry about. As long as you stay away from places you're not supposed to be. Well, I should go.
When will you be back?
When my work is done.
Wait!
Captain Watanabe,
I finally got your evidence. Head to the Fisk Center in Chinatown.
what am I going to find?
A nice lady named May Parker. And some really weird stuff hidden in Lee's office. But listen, he's got another attack planned.
Where? When?
Still working on that, but I think he's going to use something called Devil's Breath.
Sounds destructive. What is it?
A substance created by Oscorp. Probably a bioweapon of some kind. I have a folder full of info on it. I'm holding on to it for now. I'll send copies as soon as I can.
Okay, we'll check his office. If the evidence stands up, I'll put out an APB.
MJ, hey. Just checking in.
Peter, hey. Can I call you back?
I think you'll want to hear this. Wait, why are you whispering?
Just in the middle of something. How about we catch up over dinner? My place?
Oh, sure. I'll even cook.
Cool. See ya.
Wait, remember how you told me about Lee's corrupting touch? I think I just saw it in action.
How?
Some perfectly nice homeless people just jumped me. Thing is, they had glowing eyes. And I remembered Yuri telling me something similar about the guard who released Shocker.
So Shocker was working for Lee? It's all connected.
There's more. But I guess we'll talk about it at dinner.
Yeah. See ya.
Dinner? What should I cook?
This is one of Mom's earliest projects. We were trying to develop a bacteria that would dissolve all the plastic in the oceans. But well, she ran out of time. Like, if you have any ideas, it would really mean a lot.
With some genetic tweaking, I might be able to crack it. But I need a better equipped lab. And the bacteria only lives in liquid environments. Wait, my web fluid. I can keep the bacteria alive in my web cartridge. ESU should have the chemicals I need to increase its power. Oh man, the bacteria dissolved my web. It's in the cartridge for the webs I swing from. The other kind should be okay. Now I have to get to ESU without swinging from anything. The zipline webs seem fine. Well, I'm getting a heck of a workout. Gotta hustle. I don't know how long this bacteria stays viable. This is good practice for if my web shooters ever malfunction. You'd think these people never saw a guy jogging on walls.
You don't mind, right? Show us your face already, you friggin' vigilante! Jeez. Oh, is that?
Okay. By law, they have to dispose of their chemicals in these containers. Should be some stuff I can use. All set. Now I have to get to Dr. Octavius' lab to combine everything. I'd just take the subway, but the bacteria won't survive that long. Excuse me, pardon me? Okay, now I just need to grab the bonding agent. Cool. Logic controller for the microcables docks. These things are awesome. So simple AI that'll improve the prosthetic's functionality over time. Now the prosthetic has a tiny brain. Doc dove right in with the intracranial interface. Revolutionary. But not 100% stable. We need to refine this design. And now the industrial centrifuge that'll get the bacteria out of my web fluid so I can store it properly. Just need to isolate the bacteria. Beautiful. I think I improved the bacteria. but I can only tell for sure back at Harry's research station. Should have my web swinging back. Let's see. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, sweet web swinging. I'll never take you for granted again. I hope this works. I remember when Harry's mom started the project. It meant so much to them both. Where there's a web, there's a way. There's the testing receptacle, full of plastic. Let's see what happens. It's working. Not as fast as I'd hoped, but better than before. Probably needs further testing. Didn't get all the plastic, but it's a big step forward. Enough for Oscorp to keep working on it. They'd win the Nobel Prize. And it wouldn't hurt their stock price either. Oh, hi, Doctor. How are you?
Parker, exciting news. Come by the lab.
Like now?
This is my defining moment. Can't wait to show you.
Cool. I've got dinner plans. Can I come by later?
Dinner can wait. You need to see this, Peter.
Okay. Be right there. Wonder if this means I have a job again. Guess I can stop by, just for a minute.
Sable team stationed in Trinity. What's your status? Over.
Demons firing on our position. Need backup.
Yuri, this construction site's about as legit as the watches they sell in Times Square.
I don't have evidence for a warrant. You go in, you're on your own.
What else is new?
Boss is counting on us to keep things running. Anybody hassling the boss in the left? Kid? It's like a five-star hotel for him. Anything he wants.
Safety's nap time.
All clear.
Com check, Echo Niner. Echo Niner's dark. Someone check it out.
And I'll scope it out. Hey! Who's there? Got webs here.
Made your last mistake, pal.
was that? Sammy, that you? No one gets past me. Could have been a rat.
Not there. I think we got a spider problem.
Sleep it off.
Cover me. The longer it takes me to find you, the longer it takes you to die.
You literally didn't see that coming.
Smoke 'em! Take him down! Can't let him beat us! Crap, get it off! I'm in an ass-kicking mood! Rush him!
You guys are late. Don't worry. I got plenty of face kicks left.
Not a chance in hell, buddy! Heads up! What are we supposed to do against that? Crap! Keep him on the ground! I'm in an ass-kicking mood! Oh no! Get away!
Really? More guys? I don't have this many friends.
I'll shut your mouth permanent!
Spider-Man, I checked records and that site's been getting deliveries from cartel front companies.
They're moving drugs, huh? Not for long.
So am I. Get back! You want this? Take him down before... Don't mess with the Kingpin and live! We'll have our ass if we don't take him down! I regret that.
Oh, great, more of them. Guys, Fisk isn't here. You could have just bailed.
Boss wants your head. Try that. You want some? Look out! Bring them down already!
Reinforcements again? This is only acceptable if you're all showing up in clown cars.
Somebody shoot him down! Come on, guys! Let's finish this! You're not bulletproof! How are you doing that?
Yuri, I got a bunch of incapacitated criminals and designer narcotics all wrapped up and waiting for you.
Great, I'll just consider this an anonymous tip.
Better step in before they rack up a body count. So are you guys terrorists or criminals? Because I can't keep it straight. Silver Sable ought to put me on the payroll.
Sable team stationed in Trinity. What's your status? Over. Checkpoint under attack by demons.
Hey, Pete. This station's one of my pet projects. I always thought the cellular network was vulnerable to terrorist attacks, so I set this up to monitor it. Can you do me a favor? Look for anything suspicious?
Uh-oh. It's not terrorists, but there's a glitch in the system that's causing interference. And if I don't fix it, it'll bring the whole network down. Right now, it's only affecting the most sensitive equipment, like mine. I need to stay outside the areas of interference while I fix the cell towers. There. I set my lenses to show me the danger zones. Gotta fix the cell towers before the whole city's... Ow! Ow! The size of the problem area fluctuates. I need to be ready for a sudden change. That's the downside of all the tech in my mask. That hurt. Magnifique. And that's why Jonah paid me the big bucks.
This is Stable Control. What's the situation south of Houston? Demons are firing on our APC.
None of them like me. I can't let them kill each other.
Hey, can we solve this peacefully if I brought you cupcakes?
Ooh, so ominous. Demons and Sable. Not sure which is worse.
All units, pursuit in progress of masked terrorists believed to have a bomb. Need immediate response from Chelsea, over.
It's getting away. Pigeon knows the... No. Explosives rigged in one of the demon's cars. Need to stop him. Here's your stuff. There's a bomb in the truck. Gotta disable it. Murder parade stopped. Hey, Doctor.
Hello, Peter. I'll be just a minute.
Wow. Look at all this new stuff. Running tests on carbon nanotube biocompatibility. Decent candidate for a direct tissue interface, but I feel like we can do better. Graphene. But the structure is super unique. What is this? Oh, awesome! It's been nano-latticed. Wow, that's strong. Could be a great structural element for a prosthetic. Doc's messing around with superconductors. Very cool. Complex oxide ceramic. Perfect Type 2 superconductor. It'll run hot, but maybe good for an outboard controller? Some kind of polymer. This is awesome. A self-healing polymer. This stuff will survive almost anything. Wonder if I could 3D print a web shooter. Can't believe I've never tried that. Where did you get all this equipment?
Called in every last favor. Took out a few loans. It's like we're starting over once again. But this time's going to be different.
You've been busy.
Just getting started. You know, until now, we've been looking at prosthetics from the wrong perspective. Why restore people to what they were when we can make them better? Okay, I think that should do it. You ready?
Everything okay?
Damn it! This is all your fault, Norman, you son of a...
Well, I know who you're not voting for in the next election. Sorry. I have a habit of making bad jokes in tense situations.
It was a good joke, Parker. Just a bit of an overreaction on my part.
No, don't worry. Why don't you take a break? I'll clean this up and get us ready for another test. So, hope you don't mind me asking, but it seems you and Norman have a bit of a history.
We were lab partners in college. Became friends. Decided to start a business. We both had visions of changing the world, just in different ways.
Wait, you were at Oscorp when it started?
I'm half the reason it's called Oscorp. In grad school, everyone called us the O's. Add Corp to that, and, well, it is a catchy name.
Well, why'd you leave?
Norman became more and more obsessed with genetics. He started a project I considered unethical. And there was this... Anyway, lawyers got involved. I chose to leave in exchange for a settlement. But that money didn't last very long. I've relied on grants ever since. If this project doesn't work...
Don't worry. It'll work. Let me just fix this up.
I'll brew some fresh coffee. Be sure to run a diagnostic on the control unit. Could be a short. Oh, why don't you do the honors this time?
I think we did it.
Next step, neural interface.
That's a lot of work for you to do by yourself. Sure you can handle it?
Apparently not, judging by today's debacle.
Because I still haven't found another job.
My funds are still...
I know. It's okay. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. What's a few bucks when you're trying to change the world, right?
To changing the world.
Missed call from MJ. Doctor, I need to go, but I'll be back later.
Don't worry, the work will still be here when you get back.
What's that? Doc's working on some kind of advanced hypodermic delivery system. Maybe to help with implant rejection? I don't know, that's a big needle. Wait, is this the raft? Are you doing work for the Supermax prison?
Indeed. They're soliciting bids to modernize their security grid. Figured I'd try my hand. Lucrative contract, and a satisfyingly difficult nut to crack.
What is this stuff, Doc? Looks like armored plating.
Defense prototypes. Fascinating, really. AIM has requested a number of samples of my work. Who am I to deny them my genius? Ah, kidding, of course.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. We still on for dinner?
Dinner? Oh, yeah. I was calling you about something else, but yeah, we should talk over dinner.
Offer still stands for me to come over and cook.
Oh, really? Well, I like to take risks. I'm still out, but I'll grab some stuff at the store and let you know when I'm home.
Okay, talk soon. All right, dinner at MJ's. No expectations. It'll be hard to screw this one up. Guess I'll just freelance for a while until she calls.